If you've driven on Main Street in Forest Grove,
we feel a real connection with the girls here.
you know one tree is not like the others.
I look at the tree and I see a rainbow and I think, you know, our girls would be really happy that there's a rainbow tree on our street.
Donning bright colors, windmills, and fresh flowers, this tree has become a landmark.
My girls met Jesus here. And so to me, this place is very sacred. You know, I don't think of this spot as tragic. I never think of what happened to them. I think about the fact that they went to heaven.
3 years have come and gone since October 20th, 2013. 11-year-old Abigail Robinson and her stepsister, 6-year-old Anna Dieter Eckert, were playing outside in freshly fallen leaves when a driver hit them.
There's a line drawn in the sand, and I often feel, you know, on the 20th, there's a line drawn in the sand. In our life, everything is either before the girls went to heaven or after the girls went to heaven.
Susan Dieter Robinson and her husband Tom Robinson still live across the street from that tree.
For us, that tree is a symbol of hope.
Hope that love and joy will overcome profound sadness and grief. Every day, every minute, Susan and Tom have made a commitment.
Every day we make a choice to celebrate them and try and celebrate life.
Celebrating Anna, the ultimate nurturer. At 6 years old, she always took special care of her baby dolls and offered warm, long hugs to her mom. And Abigail for her vivacious personality, hankering for the spotlight, and compassion and generosity that ultimately saved lives.
They said, you know, that she is not, you know, gonna make it. And so I said, well, is donation a possibility? And the answer was yes, it was. And that's what she'd want to do.
Right. I mean, she was such a giver.
Today, Abigail's kidneys are sustaining 2 lives. A young boy received her liver, and a child somewhere in the Pacific Northwest is seeing through Abigail's cornea.
Most people brag about their kids' grades and what they're doing in school or going to watch ballet recitals, and I wish we were doing that. But our daughter saved people's lives, and we couldn't be prouder of her. I mean, just sometimes I feel like that trumps everything.
At a fun run in honor of the girls, a living, breathing tribute arrived.
We didn't know we were going to meet him. We had connected through letters.
Christian, the boy alive because of Abigail's gift.
I looked across the crowd and saw his mom, who, you know, I'd seen on Facebook. We kept on telling him, you are the star of this run, and you had no idea that was going to happen. And he was very spunky and everything that Abigail was.
Susan and Tom speak with school children about Abigail's life-saving gift to promote conversation in homes across the area.
Sharing the girl's story through Donate Life and through Love Rocks and through everything that we've done, that there's that hope again.
Love Rocks Abigail and Anna once loved to make are now hidden all over the world for people to find.
These find people that need them the most.
From outside the Pulse nightclub in Orlando to Umpqua Community College in Roseburg, strangers have discovered these hidden treasures that symbolize hope and joy. And they've learned about the 2 girls who brought so much love and happiness to the world.
My daughter's legacy is something that I can't even, scratch the surface of.
At Love Rocks headquarters across the street from the Rainbow Tree, there's a new addition to the family. 10-month-old Alice was born on Abigail's birthday last year.
She's my blessing. Our blessing. She wraps our ache in love. The ache's not gone away. She just wraps it in love. She smiles and you melt because, how can you not?
One day she'll understand how much her sisters changed the world. Evidence of that is everywhere she looks.
The amount of which a life can impact the world. And now 2 lives, right? They've impacted the world in a way that, I just can't even wrap my head around.
Reporting in Forest Grove, Sally Showman, KOIN 6 News.
We don't really have to say anything else.
No,
But there's one thing to take away from that, is that those parents suffered something that a lot of people cannot relate to, and they are choosing every day to make something positive out of that. And by the way, today was the annual Donate Life Northwest Lifesavers Breakfast. Sally always MCs that, and it includes stories of hope from people who have received these donated organs.
You can learn much more about the organization, how you can register to become a donor and give the gift of life like those two little girls. And we have a link on KOIN.com.